Buddy, it's 6:51 a.m. and we're on our way to Einstein Bagels, and let's see what we're going to be getting. We're going to be getting $5.25 for 3.6 miles, and then we got an add-on to the order. We're going to also be going after that. We're going to be going to Starbucks, and we're going to be getting $10.67 for 2.4 more miles. All right, let's get on over to Einstein Bagels. I tried to schedule a shift on DoorDash yesterday at the usual time, about 3 p.m., and it wouldn't let me schedule anything. And then I saw that new tier program had started. So I was thinking to myself, well, it looks like the party's over for DoorDash. It looks like I won't be able to get any more scheduled shifts on their app. But when I woke up this morning at about 3 a.m., I went on there, and the shift that I would normally take was available. So it looks like what they're doing is they're giving priority to people that are in the tier levels. At least I guess the first one is silver, and that will allow them to be first in line to schedule a shift, and then any slots that are left, they will make them available to everybody else, I guess, later in the day, or, maybe at 3 a.m. I don't know. But I saw it at 3 a.m. the following day. So I was fine with that. I was like, well, whatever. I'm like, give me a shift. Don't give me a shift. I'll do Dash now if it's busy. It's like, whatever. So anyway, that was just good to know that at least I could do that so I can keep my routine going. Because I do like adding DoorDash to the mix in the morning, because my window is not going to change. I'm always just going to be working from 6 a.m. until about 11:30, and that's just going to be the way it is. Looks like it's going to be real windy today. I was surprised when I came out, but I think I saw that we have high wind warnings here starting this evening, but the wind's already here. It seems windy enough right now, so let's hope everything works out today. Usually when it's windy, I have a hard time filming because of the doors of the car slamming, because the wind will slam the door shut, and then it turns my main camera off when I try to film through the windshield of my car. And then of course just the items, I always worry about the items blowing away or falling over. But just play it by ear and just see what happens. I was awake this morning at about 2:30 a.m. and I was thinking about my thumbnails and how I wanted to make them look more interesting. So there I was working on thumbnails this morning, trying to make them more interesting. I was thinking about how I was watching somebody on YouTube that was saying that you have to build curiosity. You have to attract the person's eye to visually look at the thumbnail. So I just do that by making them real colorful. And then they said you have to create a little bit of mystery, like the person will have to wonder, like, oh, I wonder what this is about. So I try to draw them in, I think, with just really big, bold text that sort of says something unusual that's not a very common thing to say. So that will just draw them, like I'll put the word like strange, or this is strange, or I'll put, and it relates to the video. I'm not just putting it just because. Or I'll put, I think I put one about about celery, and I just put bag of celery and put celery in big words, and they're probably wondering, what's this about celery? So that's what I've been doing for the thumbnails. And then I've been trying to make the video more different in the beginning, other than a clip that shows something funny that happened during the day for that episode. So I think for today's I may do a combination where it's showing me heading out the door. I think you saw that in today's video. I'm heading out the door after for my first delivery, heading out of my house, and then I guess a highlight clip will follow that, maybe. I don't know, but you're gonna see it in the video, so you'll know by just watching this video what happened, because I don't even know what I'm gonna do yet. I haven't decided. But I was just trying to figure out more stronger ways to draw in people to watch the videos, because I want to attract more people to enjoy, you know, what I do. But you have to first get them, you have to get them to click, and then you got to get them to sit for a little bit and watch it and see what happens. All right, well, we have the order, and now we're on our way to Starbucks. And when I walked into the Einstein Bagel, they said that they didn't have the order. So I was like, oh no, you're not gonna cheat me out of my money. So I was already on it with UberEats support to get some compensation to get my $3, because I was like, something's not right, because by the time I drove over there, that order should have been in process. It should not be where they don't even know about it. They shouldn't be telling me that they haven't received the order. So I told the Uber support that they haven't received the order and they don't have it. So while I was communicating with him, the order came in and they were putting it together, but they weren't communicating to me that they were putting it together. So all I knew was that, in my mind, is that it wasn't there. So, but while I was communicating, they put a bag on the shelf, and then sure enough, it was the name of the customer. So I was good. I was like, oh, okay, we're good to go. Right, it's 7:16 and we got the second order, and that took a long time too. So that's 2 orders that took a long time. But this one was justified because it was big. It was 2 large bags of drinks. So I've got that next to me, and then I got to do the Einstein one next to me as well. Let me see if I can show you. Can you see it? Yeah, you see those 2 bags? One of them is the Einstein, the little one, and the big one is the Starbucks one. And there's another big bag on the floor on the passenger seat. So it's a lot of stuff. It's a heck of a lot of stuff. So we're on our way to drop off the Einstein first, and it's Star Nursery is where we're going to. And it's a meet outside. So let's go drop this one off. I hope this customer that I'm going to at Star Nursery sees me right away, because there are so many people that are at Star Nursery at this time. There's all these guys that are looking for work that hang out the corner, and then there's all these people that in the morning they're always coming and going to get, you know, all the gardening supplies they need. So this is really their busiest time. So hopefully the person will see me as I'm pulling in, because I think it's going to be a little bit tricky trying to find them. Right, we're here. I'm just looking for the main entrance where they would be. Maybe I'll have to park and stand by the main entrance. I don't know. I don't often come to Star Nursery, so I'm not exactly sure. Let's see. I'll just hit I've arrived. I've arrived. And they said meet outside, so let's see.
Got food?
Yep.
Ivan?
Yeah, for Ivan. Awesome.
We're good, right?
Yep, we're good. This is it.
Did he tip you?
Yeah, he did.
How much?
I don't know. The app doesn't tell me the exact amount.
We're good?
But we're good, yeah.
Man.
We're good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. All right, that was a success. See, I knew it. And that guy was so nice. He wanted to make sure I got tipped. That was so sweet. Very, very kind of him to make sure. I'm like, sure, he tipped. I don't know. I wouldn't have accepted this offer if the person didn't tip. That would not make any sense. Okay, let's get on to the next one. It's 6 minutes away, 2.2 miles. It's at True Beauty. Let's go. I wasn't gonna make up a story, Maybe he wanted to know, like, how much money am I getting for delivering this? Maybe if he would have asked that, I would have told him, like, I'm getting $5 and change for this delivery. But he was being very specific about the tip. It's like, I don't know what portion of this is the delivery, the standard delivery, and what portion is the tip. But at any rate, it was just a little bag of food. I wasn't expecting a huge sum of money for 2 bagels. $5 is more than reasonable for the short amount of miles I had to drive. Plus, I got this big Starbucks one. So the grand total, I'm sure, is going to be about, I don't know, probably about $15 or $16 for everything for just a short amount of miles. So it's all good. See what I meant about Star Nursery? How crazy it was? You see all the trucks and all the guys? It's crazy. I'm like, oh man, there would be no way I would be able to find them except just stand by the entrance and say I'm at the entrance. Just craziness. This is my first time ever delivering to Star Nursery. I've been there for other reasons, but never to deliver food. So it was a little intimidating, I have to say. You got all that macho stuff going on, so you're just a little bit like, you're like, hello. UberEats, $3.03 for 4.7 miles. No. This next place, it's like called True Beauty by Trevor. I've never heard of it. So this will be a new experience too. UberEats, $5.44 for 2.8 miles. All right, let me screen capture it. All right, I screen captured it. I'm accepting it. Okay, good. Well, we got our next one. Yeah, I've never been to this place, True Beauty by Trevor. I'm curious to see. I think it's just in a business park area. There's like a bunch of businesses with suite numbers, but it's not like, it doesn't seem like the public would go there. So I'm surprised there's like an actual beauty place that's over here. All right, let me look for the turn. It's coming up. Make sure I don't crash into the oncoming traffic that's coming. All right, I'm gonna make it. Oh, I made the turn.
Turn left to stay on North Green. Turn left to stay on North Green Valley Parkway.
Okay, let's see here. It's telling me turn left here. Oh, I see it. I see True Beauty. What a strange place to have a beauty place. This is like a place you expect to have like medical services, medical buildings and lawyers and dental offices. Not a beauty place. True Beauty. They got little lips on the glass. True Beauty by Trevor, it says. By appointment only. How interesting. Well, let's go drop it off. Well, nobody answered the door. So as you can see I left the food at the front door. There was not much else that could be done. So hopefully somebody shows up and gets their stuff. So that's all I can do. It's a lot of drinks just to leave at the front door. I tried calling them. It went to voicemail. I messaged them. There was no message response. So I was like, well, I guess that's just the next step. And it's a safe place to leave it because there's not a lot of people that are going to go anywhere near that business building. So it's a safe drop off. So I'm not really concerned about theft. So yeah, we're off to the next one. Let's see where we're going to. We're going to be going to Starbucks. And I think I already told you the amount that we're going to be getting. But let's refresh our memory. While we're on our way to Starbucks, let's try to remember how much we're getting. $5.44, and it's 2.8 miles. All right, let's get on over to Starbucks. Look at all this construction. I wish they would hurry up and finish this, for God's sakes. This job is so unpredictable. It's like those 2 orders were completely unexpected situations. First the nursery, and it was basically you have to meet outside, and you couldn't figure out who the person was, and all this, craziness is going on. So that was kind of stressful. And then for the second delivery to not be a standard delivery either, where you basically try to contact the customer, and it's a large order, and you're trying to contact the customer and they're not responding. And then you have to determine on your own accord, you have to determine, is this a safe place or not to leave this order? So you gotta assess everything. You're like looking around. You're like, well, there are a lot of people here. There are people like wandering by that would see this and grab it. You gotta make an assessment for yourself. And then the next thing was like, I had to make sure I took a picture just in case, as backup, because it was a meet at the door situation. So it was not gonna demand a picture. So I was like, well, I better take a picture and just have it in my files for later. And then of course, after I did that, I wasn't able to send the picture to the customer because Uber doesn't give you that option to send photos to the customer in the messaging system for that particular type of situation. So I couldn't send the picture. So then that adds to the stress. I'm like, well, that's stressful too. But I'm like, well, that's all I can do. So yeah, those are the first 2 deliveries of the day, and that was kind of stressful.
Pick up on the left.
I hope it gets easier today. Hope it's not as stressful for the rest of the day. All right, we're pulling on up to Starbucks. Well, at least this one looks like a normal delivery. It's a house. It's a leave at the door. It's 2.1 miles from here, and it'll take us 6 minutes to get there. Let's get going. Let's hope everything else is smooth sailing today. I think the general rule for the situation that I was in previously is you're supposed to wait for the timer to count down, and then you'll get further instructions. But usually the instructions are just leave it in a safe place. It's usually what it'll say. Or it's very rare that it'll say to discard the food or just keep it. That is very rare. Or it may just say contact support or whatever. But in that particular case, because it appeared to be a safe place to leave the order, we were good. Now, if it had been in a very busy area, we would have had to let the timer count itself down, because we would have had to have made the decision that no, it was not safe to leave it, that somebody would just steal it the moment we walked away. So in that particular case, we would let the timer count down, which I think is like 7 or 8 minutes. It's really long now. They really upped it. And then once the timer counts down, it would give us further instructions on what to do. And usually the instructions would say, find a safe place to leave it, take a picture of it, and that's it. So that's usually what would happen. Listen to the audio yesterday, having my microphone tucked under my shirt, and it sounded just fine. I was very happy. I'm like, well, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Well, I also ordered those wind socks or something. It's like a little fuzzy that goes over the microphone that's supposed to help as well. And I'll try it, but this seems to work just fine as long as I'm wearing a shirt where I can easily, cover up the microphone and talk. It seems to work just fine. Now, I don't know how it's going to do when it's 120 degrees and I got the air conditioner on full blast. That I don't know. Then I may have to pull out one of those wind sock things. I don't know what they're called. Wind something. They're like a little fuzzy. I started releasing my videos 7 days a week. I was thinking to myself, is this the right thing to do? I was really questioning myself. Do I really want to put them out that often, where every single day a new video comes out? And I did the math and I'm like, well, it makes sense. Right now I'm ahead by about 12 videos. So that's 12 days of work that's in the archives. So, or yeah, in the hopper. So that's a lot. So I'm like, I think they'll be fine, because if I ever need to take time off from delivering, I only take like maybe 1 day, maybe 2 days at the most. And I guess if I got really sick, maybe I take a week or two off, but that's so rare that happens. And if it did, I would reset my schedule. I would say, okay, now I'm only going to show videos, 4 days a week again until I build up again. So I think that decision to have my videos come out 7 days a week is sound. It's a sound decision. So the only real question I have is burnout. Are people going to get burned out just watching me pick stuff up and drop it off and telling these silly stories? That I don't know. Oh, here comes a kid on a bicycle. I don't want him to get run over. Gotta really watch out for children. You just never know where they're going, because a lot of times little kids, they're not paying any attention at all. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I hope people don't get burned out watching the videos just of me doing stuff, but every video is always different, and it's just hanging out. So it doesn't take a lot of brain power to watch my videos. They're not like I'm teaching you about calculus or chemistry. We're just we're just talking about the day. So that doesn't require a lot of brain power to watch these videos. Well, the navigation took me to the wrong place. It took me to an exit only into the community. So that tells me there must be a guard, because they didn't give me a gate code. I believe this community has a guard. That's the first time that the navigation for this particular community took me to their exit only gate. And of course, there is so much traffic right now. Like, everybody's going to school right now. So thanks a lot, navigation. You really effed me over this morning. We're just crawling along. All of these people, they just finished dropping their kids off at the school. So now we're all stuck at this stop sign, slowly crawling. And there are 2 schools near this intersection. One is to the west of this intersection, and another one is behind me to the south. And they both have the same hours for attendance. So it creates this whole bottleneck over here that is a total disaster. Oh, thank gosh we got through. Now we have to hope they don't have a gate. Let's see, because they didn't give us a gate code. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see if there's a gate. I think there's a guard here. Let me see. Yeah, there's a guard. All right, well, we should be fine. 181 Springfield. Where's my wallet? Hello. And it's UberEats. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. All right, well, at least there was only a guard, because we didn't have a code. We weren't going to get in here. It would have been nice if they would have communicated that to use the entrance off of Windmill. That would have been a great help, instead of having the navigation taking me to the Valley Verde entrance, which is, you can't get in from that way.
Turn right on.
Oh, man. It's partially my fault. I've been here before. I should have looked. I was just so busy thinking about how, all these different things have happened this morning that haven't been very pleasant. I look forward to having a nice pleasant day. And so for these things to happen first thing in the morning, it really it throws off your game. It throws off the mindset of how you're going to do your day. And it sets your mind to like not be confident, which I don't like. It says house straight ahead. It says fancy house straight ahead. Let me see if I can center it so you can see it better. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's get over there and drop it off. Oh, something's coming in. UberEats, $6.05 for 11.1 miles. No. All right, let's do it. Okay, that delivery went fine. There were just a lot of barking dogs at that one. So I just tried to drop it off as fast as I could and get away from those barking dogs. So now we're just exiting this fancy community and waiting for something else. Nothing else. So far I haven't seen anything good come in from DoorDash, so maybe DoorDash is making a concerted effort not to give me anything good because of the number of people that are playing their game and taking whatever junky offers that they. UberEats $3.51 for 4.1 miles. No. Yeah, maybe a lot of people are deciding that they're going to play along with DoorDash, at least in the beginning, just to see what kind of offers they get. That's the normal psychology that people will do. They'll say to themselves that it makes sense to do it because there's a chance that they might get those big orders. So I'm sure a lot of people are doing it, but what's funny is that if you get too many people playing the game, then it's all like on a curve. So then nobody's getting good offers. So it's like the same. And then that causes those people to stop, to either quit and they get mad and they're like, I'm not doing this job. Or they decide to go back to their old habits and just cherry pick. So I don't know. The whole situation with this new system that DoorDash is doing, the only people that win in that situation is DoorDash. Everybody else does not. It is a losing game for everybody. So, but I wish everyone good luck. I hope everybody makes lots and lots of money. But for me, I am not going to be treating my car like it is unlimited miles on this car, like it's immortal and it will never die. That is not going to happen. It's 8:02 a.m. It's been about an hour that we've been going, so you can take a look at the total amount of money that we've made so far, and that's pretty much our hourly rate at the moment, and we're doing fine. It's pretty much normal, but it seems really slow right now. I'm starting to get this vibe. I'm starting to sense that we're going to get really hardly any orders from DoorDash, and we're going to be leaning heavily on UberEats to get us through the day. UberEats, $3.26 for 8 miles. No. Oh, I forgot to mention what our current mileage is. We're at 11.6 miles that we've driven so far, and we're getting 58.5 miles to the gallon. All right, it's 8:50 a.m. and we're on our way to Vaughn's. We got it. It's a real good one. I was really surprised. $31.03. We have to shop for 28 items, but we only have to drive 5.6 miles. So it's a real good one. And it says it's heavy, so I guess we better move on right away and check to see what we're shopping for.
Right turn.
Look for the heavy stuff. Let's see it. Apple, avocado, the patties, eggs, nutritional shake, protein bar, protein bar, protein bar, protein bar. So far, nothing's heavy. Granola. It must be coming at the end.
Avenue.
String cheese, iced coffee, creamer, eggs, strawberries, bananas, blueberries, peppers, asparagus, cucumber, chicken thighs, watermelon bowl, pretzels. Where's the heavy? Okay, here's something heavy. Well, it's some soda, a case of soda, but that's not major. Ground beef bison, tortillas, yogurt, and yogurt tubes. There's nothing heavy. Everything is pretty standard. There's 0 cases of water. So, boy, we really lucked out on this one. Let's go shop. So far, Uber Eats has been really good to us. And DoorDash, they haven't been good to us at all. It's 8:53 a.m. I guess the day is still young, I guess. Let's see. We started at, 7? So we're barely going on 2 hours, so... And we were at home for the longest time. I was on the phone talking to somebody in California. And then I was just lounging around at the house. And I was like, well, so maybe it's just going to be a real quiet day and I only do a few deliveries. But it was nice. At least we're getting stuff from Uber Eats. I don't know what's going to happen in the long run with DoorDash. But Maybe it's just a quiet day today for DoorDash. That happens sometimes.
Zero. Bonds. Over 30 million Americans don't know where their molecules.
All right, well, we got all the groceries. There were just a couple of substitutions, and they were close enough that were easy to confirm. They were not major issues. So we're going to be going 8 minutes away, 2.9 miles. We have a gate code, and it's a house, and it's a leave at the door. Let's go. We lost our shift on DoorDash. We didn't bother to reset. Well, we didn't mean to do that. It was an accident. You know, you get so busy filming in there and then shopping that you lose track of the DoorDash. So I completely forgot about it. Then by the time I was at the checkout stand, I'm sure I was in there for such a long time that's why I missed it. I missed resetting it. But that's okay. It's been so slow lately. I doubt we were ever going to get anything from DoorDash today that was going to be worth our time. So it was not a major issue. But now we're only running on UberEats, and you know how the Spark app is. You can forget it. You're not going to get anything good on the Spark app. That app is so bad. There's nothing good on it. So, but you know, if it gets slow and we're at home, we'll run whatever apps we need to run. But we only have about another hour and a half left in the day, and then it's going to be over. So I don't know. We just have to see how it goes. It was cold in the market, and I forgot to bring my jacket. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was just thinking about all the stuff that's going on. So I was just like, I was completely distracted about, you know, so many things. So there's no surprise. There's so much going on right now. So I don't know. I'll be all right. I'll warm up. It's hot today. I mean, it's not hot. It's only 62 degrees. It's not even hot. But here in the car, you know, with the sun coming through, it's warming me up. Just having a conversation with the guy at the checkout stand that works at Vons. And he's from the North Bay in California. And he says he was having a hard time finding work when he moved here. He says like, I think he said like 6 or 9 months it took him to find a job. And but then, because he lives in North Vegas, I'm sure there's not a lot of opportunities over there. That area is not known for being, you know, filled with opportunities. So, but he says he has to commute all the way from North Vegas to this Anthem Vons to to work. I was like, wow, that's a long commute. But he said he's used to it. So, but it was nice having just a casual conversation with somebody about whatever. He's a very chill guy, so it's easy to talk to him. So it was fun. And I don't think anything else exciting happened. There were just a bunch of crabby old people in the market, grumbling every time somebody got in their way because their arteries are hardening and they're very mad. Now we're cruising along on the road that makes you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, but we're actually real close to civilization. It just gives you that impression when you drive on this road that there's nothing to see. It's just a particular angle, I think, of this road that creates that illusion that you're in the middle of nowhere. It's just, we're on the other side of this hill, and on the other side you got a busy road. You got Starbucks and Target and all these other shopping areas. But I guess this is a nice place to live if you like that nice quiet view. I would love to get a house right here by this road. You get a real pretty view of the mountains, and I'm sure it's real peaceful at night because it blocks off all the road noise. Well, anyway, we're almost there. It's time to enter the gate code to go in. Right, somebody just let us in. They were in a hurry too. They practically knocked this gate down. It's like, okay, we know you're running late. It's not easy being rich. It ain't easy. Other people are walking their white dogs, big old white dogs. Oh my God, look at the construction. You can see those construction machines up on the hill. Wow, that's crazy. They're gonna build more houses up here. Let me see if you can see them. See them up on the hill? They're way up there. I'm trying to zoom in so you can see them. See the cranes? Crazy. Oh my God, you can see even more. Look at all that. Holy cow, that's an eyesore. Yikes. Wow. All right, let's focus on the road. We don't want to miss the house.
Drop off on the right.
Drop off on the right. Is it this house I've dropped off? Oh, it's not this one. I've dropped off at that house, but it's not that one. Oh, and it's this house that I dropped. They all look the same. All right, we're here. Let's start. Well, that delivery went just fine. It's pretty standard. Nothing unusual happened. Just brought everything to the door. And now we're in waiting mode. I'm looking at DoorDash and it's all grayed out, so there's nothing we can do. We lost our shift. It's just the way it is, everyone. We just gotta eat it. Sometimes when you mess up, you've just got to eat it. You forget to reset your dash and it's going to cost you money. And that's just the way it goes. It's the name of the game. It is 9:51. Something else is coming in. $10.07, 8.6 miles. And this is from Uber and it's 2 deliveries. Let me look at my cheat sheet. No, they got to pay me more than that. Goodbye. Yeah. So, yeah, there's nothing we could do about it, but it's almost 10 o'clock, and let's see, we've been going since 7, so 7, 8, 9, 10, that's 3 hours, but we were home for about an hour and a half. No, is that right? How long were we home for? We haven't even had lunch yet. So if it's been 3 hours, but I was on the phone, that's what it was. So you got to remove an hour. So we've only been going for 2 hours. So take a look at the total and divide it by 2. And that's how long we've been going. Because I hung out at home for the longest time. I was on the telephone and I was just relaxing watching TV. So we've only been working 2 hours. A lot of people that watch my videos, they always comment how they're surprised how pretty Vegas is because they're so used to seeing it on the strip that's all they've experienced. They don't realize that there are all these suburbs on the outskirts of the strip that are really pretty. They don't ever get to see it because they're just a tourist. You know, they pop into town and they just check out, you know, Caesar's Palace and Excalibur and the MGM Grand, and they don't come out over here. So they have no idea that you know, to live here is completely not like what you think of as being Las Vegas. It's just, you know, it's just real pleasant. It's like quiet, normal suburbia. So anyway, it's fun to show people the other side of Vegas. All right, we got our next one. It's 10:46. This is probably going to be the last one, I believe. And we're going to go to Sprouts. And we're getting $11.46 for 12 items. But this person is being sneaky. They're adding items as we're on our way to Sprouts. So that's kind of sneaky. So I'm not exactly sure if we're going to get any more money to shop for those extra items or not. But it's slow. So I'm like, well, I really can't fight it unless it's something outrageously ridiculous. So let's take a look at the shopping list. You can see at the top it says 5 item quantities updated. So it looks like they didn't add new items. They just added more of the existing items. So that's not too bad. So let's see, bagels, bread, prosciutto, eggs, mixed vegetables, banana, avocado, all white chicken, milk, cat food, oat bars, and oat bar. Yeah, it's not too bad. All right, let's just go on in and get it done. There's a lady over there, and she crashed her car, and there's the strongest smell of marijuana in the air. And so I think she's mentally ill is my guess, because she completely drove into that bush over there, and her car went onto that planter area, and it's stuck now. She can't back up. Like, she's trying to get the car. Oh, there she goes. She's getting the car off of the median, and she's trying to figure out what to do. But I think she's high as a kite is my guess, only because the smell of marijuana is so strong in the air that is unbelievable. And so, now she's panicking that she has damage to her car. And so she doesn't know exactly what to do. Like, people are so crazy. She is as nuts as it gets. And now she's just hanging out in the middle of the road. I honestly think that she's just on drugs, so she just doesn't know what to do. And like, she had to ask for help. Like, after she crashed into the curb, she was like asking people what she should do. It didn't make any sense. It was weird. I don't know what the whole story was there, but that was very strange, very unusual situation. At any rate, we got the groceries and we have to deliver them. They're 1.1 miles away. It's a 3-minute drive. Come in through the gate. Our building number is this, so it's an apartment number. And then they're on the right. And then they have some old information in here, and it says extra teriyaki sauce, please. People are too much. All right, well, let's go drop this off. Well, it's 11:10 a.m. and this is definitely going to be the last one. Let me press the button so I won't get any more requests, because it's just too close to 11:30 to get another one. So we're not going to do another one. I wonder what DoorDash is up to. I wonder if they're trying to let me back in. Let's just see. No, they're not letting me back in, which is fine. I was just curious. Oh my goodness, what a crazy world. Oh, I don't know if I told you about the shopping experience in there. So on the video you can see I had to get plain bagels instead of the everything bagels that they wanted, and I just substituted it. I'm like, just take it. And so I got them that, and then I think there was one more item that was a substitute, but you know what? I can't even remember what it was. It wasn't something super important. It was a very minor item. All the major stuff that they wanted, they got it. So they should be totally fine. And if not, I don't really care at the moment. All right, let's find their apartment. We're at the building number. So let's just see. It's not on this side, but we're at their building number. So we just have to circle around their building. That's the nice thing about this particular complex. The access to the front doors is very convenient if you're a driver. Very convenient. I mean, as a driver. Not if you're a driver, as a driver. So you can see all the building numbers as you're driving. So it makes it real easy. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. We're now halfway around the building and I still don't see their number. Let me double check their number again. Okay, and double check. Oh no, I got it to a dead end. Well, I'll just stop here and walk around the building. It's gotta be right here. Let me throw my hazards on. I'll be right back. This is the weirdest building. Let me head on over here. It's like, how do I even get over there? Oh my gosh. So crazy. Boy, the way they laid out this building is ridiculous. Thank God I just have one more bag to carry. It's like, who designed that building? They should be shot. Here we go again. Let's go through the forest. We did it. The show is over. It's 11:18 a.m. And did you guys get a nice view of the bottoms of my shoes and all the rocks that get stuck in them? I don't know why I bought these shoes. They're really comfortable, but the treads are so wide that rocks always get stuck in between. So I've got to pick the rocks out, and now I've got to put hand sanitizer on. God, who do you think would design a building that has apartments in between the structure, but not put a walkway? They put rocks. Now on the other side there's a walkway, but there's absolutely no information telling you that there are apartments that lead into that way. So you just assume that they would be on the side of the building that is like the main road for that apartment building. But no, they're not. So you got to walk through all these bushes and shrubberies and rocks. It made no sense. Well, anyway, back to money. So you can see the total amount of money we made today. We can see the total amount of hours we worked and our hourly rate. We drove 26 miles today, and we got 56.3 miles to the gallon. That's the wrap up. There's not much else to say. And it was kind of a crappy day. There was not much happening, and it was stressful in the morning. It got easier as it went along, and then it just died. It was just so slow, and all we did was a bunch of shopping. So that was it. So hopefully the one tomorrow will be better. All right. And if you didn't enjoy this one, well, don't worry. There's another one coming tomorrow. All right. Take care. See you on the next one.